If you've grown up watching Japanese horror films in the 90s and 2000s, you know that was like pretty much the golden age of Japanese horror. During that time, we had movies like The Ring, The Grudge, One Missed Call, and even Dark Water. But this movie I'm about to talk about, I feel like it's a very underrated hidden gem. It's called Séance. Now, the title of the movie Séance actually means like someone who can communicate with the dead. Now, this film is directed by Kiyoshi Kurosawa. He's a very famous Japanese film director, and his most famous movies are Pulse and Cure. Both of those movies are very famous in Japan, even though I didn't think they were that scary, but that's a conversation for an entirely different day. So in the movie Seance, the movie revolves around a couple, Koji and Junko. And Junko, she's actually a psychic who could communicate with the dead. And eventually she wants to make a full-time career out of her abilities and just helping those clients communicate with the spirits and people that passed away. She wants to be famous. She wants to be known for her psychic powers. The only thing is that the public doesn't believe in her. They don't believe in her powers. Everyone thinks she's just making it up. People only believe what they see. So Junko is pretty much trying to figure out how she can make the public like believe in her. And of course, a golden opportunity presents itself for her. Later on in the movie, there's like this plot where a girl gets kidnapped by this crazy lunatic, and Junko automatically formulates a plan where she's gonna take advantage of this missing girl situation. Like, she plans to use her psychic powers in locating the missing girl. That way she can finally become famous and get the recognition that she really wants, to finally be able to prove to people that she has psychic powers. Of course, her husband is in on the plan to try and like somehow make this work, but of course something goes really wrong with the plan, and eventually the kidnapping situation of the missing girl soon becomes their problem. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything, but let's just say there's a lot of bad consequences that happen because of this plan. So that's like the main plot of the movie. When I first saw this film, I thought it was just going to be like a typical ghost story, like The Ring and The Grudge, like with a girl with long hair and everything like that. But it's actually more than that. There's actually a really good story involved, and it's actually a ghost story and a crime thriller like weaved into one. Now, unlike the other Japanese horror films that came out during that time, this movie actually doesn't rely on jump scares to be scary. For one thing, the ghosts that appear, they don't just jump out at us like a typical jump scare would. This movie relies a lot more on like slow building tension. Like, this is a really slow burn psychological movie, and whenever the ghosts do appear on screen, like, they just appear out of nowhere. It could be during the day, it could be during the night, which makes the movie a lot more scary because there's that unpredictability of when they can pop out. And when they do appear, it's like really silent. Like, the director really uses the aspect of silence in this film like very effectively. I took theater a long time ago, and my theater teacher once told me this, is that silence is highly effective, and this movie is a perfect example of that. The movie really relies on like the environment to try and